Well, you all know I'm a man of words, but this I'm really still speechless in multiple ways. Um, phew, man, this fan base. Special. I mean, my wife's bringing me to the game. I've got radio, and we couldn't get down, y'all, the ramp. And so I told her, just let me out. Then when she lets me out, people start rolling down their windows and they're high-fiving me, okay? And next thing I know, I'm going up the sidewalk and the students are coming underneath the bridge. I look up at the hump and there's a line sitting ready, and I was just speechless. I was like, this is what I dreamed about. This is the moment I wanted to come here. I know the history that's been done before me, but I just told everybody, including these players, give me a chance, but most importantly, give us a chance together. And for us to have a night where, again, this place is special. It's the hump. And again, I keep referring back to those moments when I watched South Carolina and Mississippi State. I was in awe. And I think tonight was that night for somebody else to watch across the country. And hopefully, most importantly, a lot of people that had questions about Mississippi State, we answered that. But most importantly, to the recruits who were dialed in, talk to me nice. All right, my phone is open, my phone is on, because again, this is a special place. And it started with our administration. We had practice yesterday, and the marketing team was laying out shirts. And I literally stopped practice and I said, guys, look what's going on right now. And we clapped, we thanked them. For us to have 9,121 people and in a sellout, like I said, just give me one sellout. And now, can I get two? Okay? All right, because that's how your boy works. But most importantly tonight, I'm gonna celebrate this. I promise you.
We'll start with Robbie here in the front.
In games like this, when you get a win like this, you got to have players step up.
Yeah.
And you got it from your bench. Miracle and D coming off the bench, and Miracle gave you a lift right away when she got in there. I mean, what did you think of the performance that they put on and the minutes that they gave you tonight?
Yeah, a lot. I've been saying it. Miracle's a miracle. She's my miracle, and tonight she was a miracle. All right? I know it's cliche, but it's the truth. I mean, the kid is a freshman. You could never tell. She don't play like one. She's just relentless. She writes words on her mirrors. She believes in herself, but most importantly, she believes in her team. And the moment for me for this game was, you know what? It wasn't LP's night. But LP was so excited for her throughout the game. She was cheering. I couldn't get a play call because LP was cheering, you know, and that just speaks volumes of her character. Miracle fed off of that, and that's where you know you got something special. And then D, like I've said, she lives for these moments. You know, you watch transfers across the country, and it's a hard move. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I read this. Why are you not doing this? It takes time, right? You got to go through some stuff. And she's been the most mature kid ever. She's from Chicago, so there's a certain swag about her and a DNA that's in that kid's body, and most importantly in her mind. And I thought the play for me was that low shot clock, and she didn't panic. She actually shot that shot to make it. She makes it, and then I said, uh-oh, we're in trouble, because all she needed to do was see one and go in. And then next thing you know, Near sets a great screen. We put this one play in that we thought could work. We executed it well, and then it was on and popping.
Sam, you obviously came for a program that, you know, had a lot of success as well. I mean, to win, you know, in front of a sellout crowd, top 10 win, and have it on national TV, I guess just how much does that mean as you look at, you know, recruiting and things of that nature to try to build this?
It was you, now it's him, okay?
It's gonna be one.
I know, it's one of it. You know what? Dreams come true. Tonight's a dream night. Like I said, I'm in tears because people thought I was crazy. People thought, man, it can't be done. You had your moment. I have so many people who believe in me, but I believe in these young women, and they believe in each other. So for us to have a magical night where, again, we're talking about women's basketball, where there was a support and energy, where they felt valued. There was a support and energy that we weren't going to be denied, but there was a support and energy that we were one special fan base, and boy, did we feel it like ever. You know, I felt like we had 6 players on the floor because the student section and our fans were not going to let us lose, and that's what happened tonight.
Robbie in the front.
Another question on Miracle. I mean, you recruited Haley. You know how gifted she is offensively, and a freshman comes in there and locks her down and just completely disrupted what they're doing in the backcourt. I mean, What was she doing defensively to make things so difficult for Haley?
I just think she doesn't listen to me, to be honest with you. I think I screw up a lot of people, all right? And I just think she just had an attitude and a vibe in the game. It was like, just go make plays. Ball came out the rim, she went and got it. They make a soft pass, she went and got it. Like, that's nothing to do with me. That's just a determination and an attitude that I'm gonna have a nose for the ball, and I live for these moments. And boy, she comes from a great AAU program. She comes from a great high school program. She was one of the first kids that I recruited in, and like I told everybody, I fell in love with that kid when I watched her play defense on one of the best players in the country. And a lot of people in the high school evaluation were like, oh, she can't score. And I'm like, who cares? That kid does every single thing else out there that helps a team win. And most importantly, her body language speaks volumes and who she is as a person. So when I knew we were down to our final three and got her, that I won the lottery. And I'm just happy for her to have moments like this because she deserves it, because I know I speak for her whole team. She does it every single day in practice. And that's how life works. When you roll up your sleeves and you grind and get after it, it's funny how life comes back at you full force.
Stay in the front with Ben.
You guys made 11 out of 13 shots as a team in that third quarter. Drake was really the engine during that stretch. What does she mean to this group? Obviously, winning this game meaning a lot to her against her home state team as well.
Yeah, it means everything, but it's ironic we're talking about the third quarter, right? And when you look back at our SEC run, and everybody asked me, what'd you get better in the off week? I guess we learned how to win a third quarter, right? How do you stick to 4 quarters? I've been saying it. When you look at our numbers and we played the top half, first quarter we've been winning, second quarter we've been winning, fourth quarter we've been winning. But at the third quarter, we've been getting absolute crushed. So I took it personal. It was like, I'm giving the worst halftime speeches ever, okay? Then we learned that maybe we should warm up better. Then we had another come to Jesus meeting. But then tonight, it was just poised. My staff was, we usually go in at 10 minutes, and they were like, hey, 10 minutes? I was like, I ain't going in there. I'm going in there with, give them about 1 minute or 2 minutes, because here's the thing. We didn't do anything in that first half we worked on all week. We turned it over 10 times. And I'm gonna go in and ask them if they actually want to do what we worked on. And if you do, then we're gonna win this game. And that's what they did. They got refocused. They weathered the storm, and boy, did that sunshine light up when that fan base just got our back, and it was contagious after that.
Jessica and the post players maybe didn't have a big stat line, but what were they doing just to really keep Angel Reese from taking control of the game, just really disrupting their post play?
And I'm not meaning this rude, but have you seen Jessica's body? That's what happened. She's strong, she's physical, and her body language, you feel like you're taking her, but you're not. She's just there, and you can't get rid of her. So it's demoralizing, and I know people always laugh at me like, oh, you just gas your players up. I really believe I got one of the best post players in the country. And it doesn't always have to be points. It doesn't always have to be rebounds. I thought the charge she took early was a huge momentum. And then, like I said, what player, all right? And Michelle Clark-Hurd brought up a good point. Most tall women lack confidence. She's like a point guard, okay? She's grabbing the team, and when Jessica Carter grabs you, you ain't got nowhere to go. I mean, that wingspan is woof, and she's like, we're not losing, we're winning this game, and it's her demeanor. So you can't put a price tag on that. There's nothing in the box score that'll show it, but anybody knows the game, knows how valuable she is, and what a bright future she has ahead of her.
We're in the front.
Sam, you guys have obviously played your 2 toughest games of the year now with South Carolina and LSU. You compete, strong for about a half in Columbia, and then obviously more so about tonight. What does that say about how close you feel like this program is getting back to being, the top of the SEC and where they were in terms of the college basketball landscape?
That's a great question. Well stated, but here's the thing. All I know is I'm celebrating tonight. I hope my staff celebrates, and I ain't gonna lie, I hope my players do. They just gotta show up for class tomorrow. All right? This SEC's tough, y'all. I mean, you want to talk ahead, or to your point, which is a great question, all I can think about is Kentucky waxing Arkansas, and we barely beat Arkansas. So there's no nights, and like I said, this is a great win, but like I said against Ole Miss, this can't define our season. We have so much ahead of us. We got to have a one-game mentality at a time, and we got to continue to believe each other, and most importantly, we got to have an understanding that it could be anybody's night.